Here we start our now the next slides of presentation. This is really important. In earlier slides I have given you a review about the section 2, that how this section 2 is really important for the leaders and the managers and employers. So here this section is really collaborate the management roles and responsibility. The management role is performed by the leaders and responsibilities is performed by the employees. So here we can give you an example and a review about of Mintzberg roles of management, which is clearly defined, and these include the top level category of the management. These top level categories of management are three. These include interpersonal category, it include information category, it include decision category. And interpersonal category, this lead toward three more phases. This includes a figurehead, this include a leader, this include a liaison. So in interpersonal you have to groom yourself. A leader must have groom himself. A manager have groom himself to polish his skills, his abilities, his knowledge, his key performance indicator to present in front of others with the sharing of information, with the sharing of ideas, and his own new projects, his own new concept for the betterment of the organization and advancement of the organization. Interpersonal will really lead to the grooming of manager personality in terms of knowledge, in terms of skills, in terms of abilities, and really I have defined. So this leads to figurehead, leader, and liaison. So first of all I have to define the figurehead. In this role the manager is only acting as a figurehead to represent the company. In this title of interpersonal category, in figurehead the manager just represent his company in front of other. The manager must have represent the image of company, because the company has give an information, and the company has give a title to this manager that represent the name and the information of company in front of others. So next, the second will be a leader. In this role the manager basically leads and motivate and guides the people working under him. Basically a manager is selected by the organization, and the leader, the main work of the leader is to motivate the people, is to motivate the employees that work under him, and the manager will lead the employees to work toward the success. This offer the way to the employees through which they can easily achieve and accomplish the task of the organization. Next, the third type of interpersonal category is liaison. In this role the manager develops, maintains, and manage relationship with people in other part of organization and with outsiders. So in this situation the manager must have review about the internal environment and external environment of the organization. The analysis of these both environment clearly give a review that how we can maintain and to mark a new adaptability in the organization according to external environment. So these are the three categories I have defined in front of you. The of interpersonal skill is really important for the manager. Next we can go to the informational management. Next we move to informational category. Informational category is really important, in which information is shared by the manager, information collected by the manager, and to get analysis of this information to offer the one thing. The first option of information role is monitor. In monitor the information which he gather by his employees and the person. So this information can be monitored by the manager. This information can be monitored by the manager, and to easily seek about how you can deal about this situation, because the required information is really important to accomplish any goal and any task and produce a performance work for the organization. And the second category of informational role will be disseminator. A manager will be a good disseminator passing on to subordinate the information by required. Those persons which required information regarding the project, regarding his task, so the manager have to provide a full detailed information regarding this, then how you can easily achieve the task of the organization. So the third category of informational role is spokesperson, passing on the information to people in other parts of organization as well to the outsider. This will passing the information to the people that working under him and also to the outside of the organization, which are really not lead with the organization goal, but they need trainings and they get certification. It's really important for, and this is also the symbol of good manager. Next, the third most important role is the decisional role, and the decisional role is performed by the manager. The first role of decision is mentioned as an entrepreneurial. This involves innovating and taking initiatives to give a new direction to the activities of the organization. Entrepreneurial comes with new concept, come with creative mind, come with innovative thing for the organization that mark up a successful campaign in front of competitor because of new idea, because of new attribute, and really change the whole scenario for the organization, and that lead to a supreme position for the organization. So entrepreneurial, a manager must be an entrepreneurial because they have to change a new ideas and new concept with the passage of time. So those companies who change their situation with the passage of time, that lead to success. So the next second category of the senior role is disturbance handler. There is none other company in the world who would not face any problem. All companies and all business who face a problem, but the skillful manager can easily handle the whole situation. So the basically involve unexpected problem. If the company has to face an unexpected problem for any other side, so when they occur, so the manager have to implement his own plans and procedures to control over the situation. So this is the second category of decision, because at this situation the manager have to take the decision of this situation regarding how can cope to worlds, how to cope this situation and mark a successful position for the organization. So the third category of roles of management is in the decisional role is a negotiator. When the company is reaching for some agreement within the organization and the collective bargaining in the organization or any other labor agreement in internal environment of organization or any other new project for external environment of organization, so manager must have a negotiator skill. If the manager have a good negotiating skill, he must have accomplished best for the organization. So it can ensure the various people and person and groups to ensure their commitment and action as required for the achievement of organizational objective. So this is whole the 10, and this include the one other role is resource allocator, which here is not mentioned, but in new slide is totally mentioned. The resource allocator is another, the last 10 role of management, and this is really important because this is a resource allocator is very important, because the manager must know that which role is really important and how to take the decision and how resources organization to be used to making them subordinates more effective. The duties assigned to the organization with the proper use of resources. If the well use of resources, this will lead to the well-being of the organization. So these three main roles are really important. It's interpersonal role, it's include informational role, it's include a decisional role. Corresponding to these roles, we can again identify corresponding roles, and these are basically the most important thing. So the good manager must have some of skills in form of this. So here we can proceed to the next slide and detail guide about these three roles, how this can be beneficial for the organization and well-being for the organization.